What did I just do? Trying to remember. Now I remember. I set off with a steady pace, knowing that today's journey would take me through the famous Bamboo Cathedral and up to the historic U.S. military tracking station. The walk to the Bamboo Cathedral was a beautiful start. As I passed under the thick canopy of bamboo, their towering stems curved overhead like a natural cathedral archway. It was peaceful, almost meditative, as the soft rustling of the bamboo and the faint calls of birds filled the air. I couldn't help but feel like I was walking through a hidden world, one that felt far removed from the noise of everyday life. From there, I pressed on towards the U.S. military tracking station. The trail shifted as the incline began to steepen. That's when I noticed them, the numbers painted on the track. The first one I came across was a small, faded number on the side of the path. 1, it read. It felt like a marker, almost like a breadcrumb in a trail leading upwards, and with each step, I'd spot another one. I counted them as I went up. 2, 3, 4, and so on, each number a reminder of how far I'd come. The numbers climbed alongside me, growing larger and more frequent as the path twisted and turned. Some were freshly painted, others looked weathered, like they had stood through years of weather and hikers like me. I found myself using them as mental milestones, pushing forward with each new number. By the time I reached the 27th number, I knew I was almost at the top. The last leg of the trail was tough, the incline testing my endurance, but seeing that final number was a victory in itself. Soon, the U.S. military tracking station loomed into view. It stood there, silent and abandoned, yet its presence was powerful. The station once tracked the skies, and now it was a relic of history overlooking the Chaguaramas Peninsula below. After a short break at the top, soaking in the view and the sense of accomplishment, it was time to head back down. The numbers greeted me once again on the way down, though this time they were a bit of a countdown. Each painted number reminded me of how close I was getting to the Bamboo Cathedral again, and eventually, back to Saman Park. Finally, as I stood back at the entrance to the park, I looked back at the path I had just conquered. Those 27 numbers weren't just markers on a track, they were markers of the journey itself, each one a small victory, all leading me to that abandoned station and the history it held.